you want to make sure that you're being productive in the things that you're managing. And you shouldn't be spending, I mean, it's another nod. It sounds like, to summarize what you're saying, you shouldn't be spending a lot of energy doing things that you have no competency or interest in, because that's really a way to diffuse a lot of energy.
Yeah, in which you're making any impact. So like, just to checklist off all these tasks all day long, at the end of the day, you're not going to have much to show for it. So you want to make sure that it's very mindful in terms of achieving something.
Well, and it comes back to a lot of our principal tenets of personal energy management, which I think is important to reiterate here, where you get the best bang for your buck, or the best ROI on your energy, if you spend it doing things you want to do. If you get excited and you get into flow, and you pick an array of tasks that, in whatever context they're being done in, makes you excited, because then your output's going to be higher and you're going to be doing more. I think for some people in life, they do want to do the same process over and over endlessly. They have an undying passion for it. And at the far end of the spectrum, I see artists who exhibit this a lot, like a painter who, they can make a million paintings and it looks like they're doing the same thing, but to them, everything has a similar aesthetic, but it's slightly different works of art, and each work of art is unique, and they'll just do that forever. People who make certain kinds of music, people who do sculptures, these are people who are honed in and they just want to do this and they love it, and they'll do it to a crazy extent. And then there's people who there's no rhyme or reason from an external point of view. They could be 100 tasks and they pick 80 of them randomly, just whatever they feel like doing that day, and they get a level of general competency across them, and they become very versatile. If they enjoyed it the whole time, then that path can be just as productive, if not more productive for them than the other. There's no right, except like you have to listen to yourself and follow where your energy wants to go.
There is a big difference in the artist, though, because in the artist scenario, their relationship to a larger organism is just a market. But when you're part of a business, a conscious business, you have an impact into that business, and that impact as a business, has an impact on you. And so if you just if you can't elevate your consciousness to be able to do more things, then you will be a constraint to the energy, and whether you realize it or not.
Well, that's why people who have a singular focus, they tend to, like artists, they tend to be working more solo. They don't tend to be complexed into larger organisms, because I agree, as you say, in sort of a futuristic work setting where it's a lot more about the organism, the company is kind of a network that everyone is interfacing. The more tasks that you perform and the more people you interface with, it gives you more data, it gives you more vision, it gives you more connectivity to wider parts of the company. And in that, you increase your utility. And that's not to say that you have to be the best networker. It just means that when you do the things you like doing, your interfaces with either the people who are giving you inputs or the people whose outputs are receiving your outputs, you have connectivity and you can listen to them and you can do more to help and integrate into the network.